Politics. They suck. But they don't have to. We think there are 10 celebs who should run for president, and here they are. 10. Morgan Freeman is a humanitarian of the highest accolades and is one of the founding members of the Granada Project, which has since evolved into Planet Now, assisting those preparing for and recovering from natural disasters.
We sat and drank with the sun on our shoulders and felt like free men. Hell, we could have been tarring the roof of one of our own houses. We were the lords of all creation.
But more than that, can you imagine him speaking? The whole world would listen. He's known for being a stand-up guy with a strong head on his shoulders, a lot of experience in the world of politics, and friends in high places. He wasn't directly involved with former President Barack Obama's campaign, but he was highly supportive of it and has been praised highly by several U.S. presidents and presidential candidates over the years. He could certainly bring a sense of dignity back into the position. And let's be totally honest, he's had enough practice in his movie roles at the job to make him more qualified than some we have already had.
Cities fall, but they are rebuilt. And heroes die, but they are remembered.
9. Oprah Winfrey is all around lauded for being one of the most powerful and influential women of all time. While she's best known for being the host of the infamous Oprah Winfrey Show, there's a lot more to this woman than that.
Good. So you're definitely not running for president? That's out?
Definitely. Where do I look into the camera?
Wherever. They're all over.
I am definitely not running for president.
Isn't it about time we had a strong, independent, straight talker in charge? And America deserves its first female president. She's climbed her way out of poverty and into the limelight, and is credited with bringing in large amounts of votes for former President Barack Obama's campaign. Imagine what she could do for her own campaign circuit. Just listen to her talk.
The God I serve doesn't care whether you're tall or short, or whether you were born black or Asian or gay.
8. Ellen DeGeneres serves as the spokesperson for the Coming Out Project of the Human Rights Campaign and is known for being one of the most powerful women in the world, according to Forbes.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it today more than ever, more than I did yesterday, and tomorrow I will appreciate it more tomorrow than today, because life is short.
She's been involved in countless humanitarian efforts, from AIDS awareness to her avid support of Hillary Clinton, and would bring in a lot of support in influential voters. Not to mention, serve as the USA's first openly gay president. We would be breaking all sorts of grounds if she took up a seat in the Oval Office. And those are things we shouldn't forget from the woman who voiced Finding Dory. If you think that's the most controversial on this list, you're wrong. 7. Jon Stewart is best known for his hosting of The Daily Show and his contributions as a journalist. He's been a recipient of the Peabody Award and is one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people of the year, and already had a huge impact in Congress.
For 9/11 first responders, the Senate passing a bill that will permanently fund their health care, a battle that was championed by Jon Stewart. TJ Holmes is here with more on that, and TJ, so much relief when this bill was passed.
He's the sort of person that the youth could easily rally behind, which isn't something we've seen in the presidential position for quite some time. After all, the last election was essentially between two pensioners. The only understanding of youth Trump had was all the 20-somethings he annoyed. We think Jon Stewart would be a prime candidate. He certainly understands world affairs. The integrity that comes with being a journalist, along with the worldly know-how, would probably spill over nicely into his proposed new, higher position role among the people of America. And he's not beyond going deep into important topics. 6. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is probably the least surprising name on this list. He's a strong, Democratic-leaning independent, and despite the fact that he was a wrestler first and an actor second, he's also always been heavily involved in politics, particularly those that might affect Hawaii or people from poverty-stricken areas. He's got more integrity in his left bicep than most politicians do in their whole bodies, and would be sure to bring a full-out smackdown to anyone trying to creep about with backroom dealings that might negatively impact the environment or the people as a whole. 5. Clint Eastwood is the oldest person on this list, but that doesn't mean he's no less fit for the position. Look at our current president, after all. And at least Clint speaks his mind. He's been involved with politics for so long and so fully that it has, at times, impacted his acting career.
You see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns, and those who dig.
Such as when he spoke out against the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and subsequent handling of POW, along with the conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. He's got no outspoken leanings in political parties, but he's strongly pro-choice and has been a constant supporter of same-sex marriage throughout the years. He's the sort of president that could find a breach between both sides of the party divide. And to be honest, he would make every other country scared witless to deal with the United States of America. 4. Bill Nye is known as the science guy and is a cultural icon across generations. Right off the bat, that gives him a leg up in the game. But he's also highly intelligent, has a whole cabinet of degrees backing him, and has received the Humanist of the Year award. He can explain a topic to someone no matter their age range, and could easily help break down the intricacies and complications of a political debate into terms that the general masses would be able to understand, all while firmly backing up a belief in climate change.
Excuse me, Mr. I hate to bother you. I'm so sorry to bother you. Hate to bother you. Yeah, okay, so hold it up high. Have it facing you, okay?
3. Leonardo DiCaprio isn't just a pretty face. He's also been given multiple accolades for his involvement in environmental groups, and has even sat down and interviewed President Bill Clinton on how the country plans on dealing with global warming and other environmental issues.
Well, I've always been fascinated by, this world that we live in and how destructive we are to it. And as soon as I, really became an actor, that's been, a parallel passion of mine, is trying to bring attention to.
The president isn't the only political force he's met. He's also had a sit-down with the Pope and spoken at the UN in regards to the Paris Climate Change Agreement. So he's already been involved with politics and even been to some of the most important political meetups. What a good head start! Not to mention he has the contacts, such as Barack Obama. 2. Denzel Washington is an American football player and actor, and could potentially be a stand-up runner for the next president of the United States.
Has anyone ever told you look just like Denzel Washington?
Yeah, actually, I have heard it once or twice.
He's a Yale graduate and the national spokesperson for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, as well as one of only 3 people that the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia have stated they would be willing to work with in their negotiations. So he's already recognized as someone that has a high standing among other political parties, which is more than can be said for a lot of people already campaigning for the spot. Another good aspect is that he can take a joke. Sometimes politics could use a good humor injection. 1. Will Smith has had his hand in every pot you can think of already, so it shouldn't be a far stretch to also see him as president. He's outspoken about his beliefs, strongly supportive of gender equality, and yes, that includes transgender equality and LGBT+ rights, and is hugely supportive of countless charities across the nation.
As painful as it is to hear Donald Trump talk, and as embarrassing it is as an American to hear him talk, I think it's good. We get to hear it, we get to know who people are, and now we get to cleanse it out of our country.
He and his wife were even the hosts of the Nobel Peace Prize concert, which goes to show that he's already got a strong standing among a lot of people. Sometimes having your name out there is half the fight, and his is certainly out there. Who would you vote for? Let us know in the comments, and God bless America with a like and subscribe.